Alright, so we'll call the meeting to order at 5 p.m. First up, we have adoption of minutes from January 27th.
I make the motion, we adopt the minutes of January 27th.
Do a second?
No, I can't, no, I wasn't here.
Oh, yeah, you were.
That's right. Yeah.
So I'll second those.
Thank you. Some
Um,
abstain.
Yep, so all those in favor? Aye.
I,
Those that abstain?
Abstain.
Okay. And then we have the February 11th joint budget and select board minutes.
make a motion, we accept those minutes.
Okay.
Second.
All those in favor? Yeah.
That was a short meeting, that's a lot of time.
And then up next, we have some agenda items requested by residents. Bill,
Yes,
how are you today?
I'm okay. How are you?
Well, thank you.
It's good to be good. It's a good day to be good.
Yes.
Yes,
I won't affect that at all.
no worries.
But last fall, there were some meetings and there were questions about use of town property.
Mhm.
And I have no idea what triggered it, but a couple of weeks ago, I was thinking about it, driving around town, encountered one of those, and that being a use of town property. So I went in and I called up the ordinance. And I did not ask for the ordinance on cuts, so I will not go to that. But the application for permission to use public streets and sidewalks for town-owned property. Are there other documents other than this, or is this the one everyone uses?
There's also an actual written ordinance, use of public streets, sidewalks, and town-owned property / vendor ordinance. So if you
Yes,
go under the
And
ordinance,
then that's, yeah.
and then that's the application that goes with it.
right, and I
Yeah.
didn't put the second one, but that,
We have a different one for the parks that we use. Was
You
it a
have-
park? We have a different application to use the parks versus that one.
okay. But my question is, as the town grows and there are different uses, is it, on this application, it is just for merchandise or food and drink? So my question is, the parking, matter, and then there's access over. There's a couple that are access over town property. How do they apply for use?
I think the parking, you can't, because parking, it's municipal
I
parking.
think what he's tonight, I mean.
Yeah.
But I think if it's just restricted to what Bill says, we should have something else
Well, I think
on there saying, or other purposes or some stuff like that. maybe. But go
we
ahead.
have agreements, Bill. So like when they're gonna, if you're like talking about parking like the racetrack maybe, when they park at our town property, we have the lawyer draw up a full agreement with them. They don't use that. It's a full agreement,
Legal agreement.
legal agreement. Like when Fadden's cross over the property for access, we have a full legal agreement with them.
Yes,
So they don't use that form.
okay,
And that's per the lawyer. Like she draws up the agreement and
Memorandum of understanding, right?
yeah. To better protect us.
Are you,
That's
you're
what-
talking about the
Yeah,
5 Main and across the street and that stuff?
well, yes, because
Yeah.
I was,
Right. What happened with that, now explain it, and probably we should maybe do something else, but we got a certificate of insurance. Bottom line is, a year or two ago, the original owner wanted to do a land swap with the town. Because, the town at the top of the driveway owns land they don't need, and the fire department, if I get this wrong, has land at the bottom that they want. So the idea was to straighten out the boundary line and make it straight. Back then, it was kind of all agreed to, everything else, but nothing ever happened, it never finished. Am I right, Mike?
I don't think,
Yes.
are you talking about the park though, Bill? I don't,
No, we're talking about, I think, 5 Main and the,
And the parking behind,
oh, the parking behind, that's a municipal
It's coming
park.
to an end.
Yeah, it's municipal.
Yeah,
We're
well,
gonna put signs up so they will no longer be parking behind the firehouse.
but they can park in the park as long as they can access it. We
well,
can't.
that's the conversation I remember from in the fall, was they want to park down where the dirt is, that's fine. But I thought it came, somebody up front said that they cannot park on the pavement and then.
Correct.
The new chief has signs that they're ready to be picked up. It's gonna be posted within the next. Probably between whoever, one of us can get down there to get them. I might
On our
go get
list.
them.
Okay, well, that's good.
So
Great.
they're on top of it and we've noticed that as well.
But is there an?
No agreement.
Will the 5 Main be using any town property?
No,
No, okay, because that was another question.
he bought the property next to the firehouse.
Right.
He owns that now for 5
Mhm.
Main,
Mhm.
and he's gonna, he had parking on his section of it.
He bought the apartment building?
You got
Yeah.
you.
he bought 2 of them.
Yeah.
He bought both of them.
Oh, he bought the gray block too?
Yeah,
Just before Mount Adams.
Well, yeah, he bought the, the. Building right after Mount Adams. Or did he buy Mount Adams too? Anyways, he
No,
bought a whole
one
bunch of
before
stuff lately. And he did some of it for parking for himself, so he could get parking.
so next to the fire station. There is still a boundary line adjustment that will need to be done there.
Yeah, if we decide to.
Well, it could be an agreement.
But he's on his own property right now.
He parks on his own property.
The lines he has and his markings are all on his property.
Mhm.
He's not on ours.
And also the insurance. I know on one of the licenses, it says that the town is protected. I don't know the exact wording, but. At their sole expense, general liability, automobile liability, and workers' compensation insurance.
Mhm.
But if it's on town property, shouldn't we? Shouldn't there be an indemnification of the town that the town cannot be held for?
We do have that.
That's what that's.
That-
why I would do.
That's, so,
Certificate of insurance
right.
would be that.
In the work?
oh, no, you're talking about I thought you were talking about the agreements that we have with other.
That's
you're
where I
talk-
saw it, but here,
You mean added there. I see what he's saying.
That's a
Yeah.
good idea.
whole town. I
They
think
have to
in
have a
one of the
certificate of
licenses,
insurance.
Identification added to app.
That's a good idea.
Yeah.
agree to hold the town harmless or include the town in the insurance.
So I'll have to look at the park one too.
Yeah, it should be in there.
I think,
Like I give you a certificate, we give you a certificate. I think on the park one, it is there. Because we always have to give a certificate of insurance for each of the separate one. That we've had now, and I think we get them from everybody,
we do. Anybody that uses it,
any park.
and I can't say, I'd have to go look at
It's
the,
not on that one.
no. And I'll check the park one to make sure we have
It
it
should
there.
be on there.
Yeah.
I would think we did, but it could be we missed. I'm surprised Laura missed it on that.
Yeah.
This is perfect.
I'm assuming once the weather warms up, we'll get some painted lines to delineate parking spaces for the next door neighbor and the department itself.
I'm sure he's gonna pay them. So,
He's got a lot of work. He wants to put a stone wall out back. He got permission from the back guy out back.
yeah,
And he's gonna level it all off out back and then he probably will pave it.
pay them.
Knowing him, you'll have granite all. over the place.
Exactly. That's what he does, you know.
Yeah.
so.
I'll try to go down Thursday if the weather's good. I'd go tomorrow, but if not, I'll go pick them up.
On my,
Where
No,
Pick one
it's
up.
on my list for tomorrow.
Ashland.
What?
The side,
they?
it's,
Mega Prince
Oh,
or-
it's signs.
no, JD,
JD signed it.
JD signs. So,
Signs on
I
the
think we're
street.
supposed to get,
Yes.
snow, but I'll try and go if you guys are. We'll get 'em.
I've got an inspection in the morning and I was gonna go.
Oh, okay. You let me know
I was gonna go today, but I didn't get there.
if you need some. I don't mind scooting down.
Okay. Anything else?
That's all. I was-
Great, thank you,
wanted to
I
see
think it's a
that
good
the town
Yep.
was, the town was covered.
thank you very much. Next we have, Chief Cole from Fire Department.
Article 17.
Yeah. please. Love it.
It's this stuff. I'll come sit with you guys.
Yeah, great.
Well, I hadn't been in basically since September for like a full selectmen's meeting, and I figured I'd come and let you know what we were up to.
Yeah, that's great. Love
We're up to 19 calls so far this year. So,
Also, automobile.
we, 3 building fires, one in Woodstock, one in Hampton Thornton, and one in Lincoln. The chimney fire in Lincoln, cooking appliance fires, those have all been out of town. A few fire alarms, a few assists to the ambulance, a couple car accidents, a couple hazmat type incidents. And then a couple other that are in the other scattered categories, so been fairly steady for only doing 200 over the course of the year. That have 19 in the first 2 months is
Yeah, quite good.
You thought it was gonna be.
we're right on track to be busy. We've been looking for grants. We submitted a grant application a few weeks ago for some forestry equipment. It was a 50-50 grant, so we put in, it was a $2014-ish grant application, so we put in $1,000 or so, and the state would give us $1,000. It's through the forest and lands, so we're supposed to hear from them on March 1st if we were awarded it. So that will be for some mop up stuff and working with Fred on opening up some of our forestry hose and appliances, because as we've found, for hose and nozzles is a thing. And it's all of them. I'm averaging about 70 hours a month of admin non-emergency time, so I'm tracking that so that when we're if Article 26 passes, then we'll have some data to work from, a year's worth of
Yeah.
years-ish worth of data to work from for figuring out what we need to
How we turn
structure,
that.
how we need to structure that chief's position. So I just wanted you guys to know that
That's good.
that's what we're averaging.
Okay.
I have been daily scouring the webs to find deals for us. And so to date, we've spent about $2,900 to get us about $14,000 worth of equipment. So we've traveled, Tom and I went down to Connecticut earlier this year and picked up some stuff down in Connecticut. We just worked out a deal. The Fireman's Fund is going to fund. I'm going to spend about $1,100, and that will give us almost a $7,000 donation to the town for a piece of equipment called the Turbo Draft, which allows us to get water where we can't get the truck. We can currently, if we go for rural water, we have to use the big round black suction hose to get water up to the trucks. And that's limited by the length of those pieces, which is 10 feet approximately each piece. And then there's physics that make it so that we have some pretty limited capabilities for the closer we can get and how much lift. The Turbo Draft lets us be up to 200 feet away from the source of water. So it makes some of these spots where we can see the river, but we can't get that hard suction hose into the river. We can get water.
Those are the ones that running on the sides of the tankers.
Yeah. The big black ones that you see on the side of the trucks. That's our normal hard suction hose. And then this uses a hose that's similar to the large diameter hose that we use for like getting water out of a hydrant. So it's a kind of a neat tool that we were able to get from another town that they had switched their strategies, and so they had this surplus, and so we're able to make that work. we don't have any requisition forms, but I have the quote for the Knox
Okay,
stuff. So I'm gonna try and, before I go on vacation, I'll be on vacation for a week next week. Before town meeting, I'd like to get the requisition thing signed, and if our budget goes through, then be able to get that
Move forward with that.
moved forward.
This will be coming back to you guys at your meeting after town meeting here.
Okay,
Laura should have them ready, all tightened up.
okay.
Well,
Oh, that's the knockbox.
But now you have knockbox, a couple from them, and then
Yeah.
yours, she's hoping to have them back, so.
Okay,
Yeah,
That
so
will flow right into it.
the key secures, which is the part that actually mounts in the truck, you wanted to see what we're looking at, this thing is kind of a beast. Gotta put up with that. That piece mounts into the truck and it has each employee will have a PIN number. And so we'll be able to track who had the key out, what time, date, stamp, and it ties to the employee, so it's
That's
a much
great.
more secure
yeah,
system. And the new technology, which I didn't know existed, so I've learned something in this process. Is that they now make an electronic version of it. So the boxes are the same, normally it just has a mechanical key. Now they make an e-key, which we can use, if we can get Lincoln on board. To make it so that the businesses don't have to have like 2 Knox boxes or whatever, because each town is issued a code.
mm,
But with the e-key can take multiple codes.
nice.
So that we could have a Knox box on a building, on Scott's building here in town. And if Lincoln happened to be first there, their e-key would work, the Knox box, and same thing with, we went to the Hampton Inn in Lincoln and we were first, the key would work, so.
That's a great
That's
idea.
cool.
So we're exploring that technology a bit. The project to get 3 of those is gonna be about $6,300, and it is about $1,000 a year subscription to a proprietary the tracking software that we'll have to just add into the budget for.
Seems well
We'll,
worth
we'll be all
Yeah.
right.
a lot
this year.
less
Yeah.
I
confusion
think so.
for the million keys.
It will make it much,
Yeah.
much easier and way less of a liability to the town.
Mhm, that makes sense.
So,
Cool.
so there's that, I have.
Doors, so much more fun.
That's right. Smash that door.
It is, that is.
It's a little fire accident.
If I remember, really.
Won't be no-
You see, they're getting the food orders, then when we're trying to find somebody old inside.
Yes.
I was like, look out, I got it.
Oh, that's- I gave it to you guys already. I set myself up here. I need an autograph from someone on the second set of this. So, federal surplus property.
You're the liaison, like.
Yeah. There's,
So-
I mean.
I'm the liaison?
No, he's the liaison,
Yeah.
not just.
So federal surplus property, the federal resources become available for use for municipalities. There's a gentleman who works for Forest and Lands, who his job is to comb the surplus property website as everything comes available.
Oh, don't sign yet.
I make a motion, we,
No, you let him finish first.
Oh. motion to adjourn.
So the PD has asked if we could find a trailer for them.
Yeah.
For the emergency management. And then, on the fire department side, we've requested a, Stuart Stevenson, which is the new big 2.5 ton truck. With oversized tires, but it is also so we can use it for high water rescue type response as well as forestry response. And so there's no cost of vehicle acquisition, there's cost in maintaining the vehicle. Either the vehicle maintains itself as a federal asset that could be recalled by the federal government. Or the other program is that the federal government would own it for a year. And then it goes off their books and it would become the property of the town.
They just give it to you.
And they give it to you. And so we just have to, we would just have to go acquire it. Like they found This gentleman, Stephen is the coordinator for it. He's found the police department a trailer. It's at Fort Devens, so we just have to go on a road trip down to acquire it.
That one,
Wait till you see the trailers.
that one doesn't,
Swipe.
the note was still a place.
keep
Yeah.
swiping.
Yep, it's still Fort Devens is still a place.
That's a really nice trailer.
I haven't actually even seen it. The attachment didn't come through on my email, so.
Let's bring it up.
So
I
the
live in that.
there's a number of area departments, well, down where I'm from that have gotten surplus vehicles. I actually went to Fort Devens and drove home with Stuart Stevenson to Loudon that they got on this program.
Really cool.
The town of Pittsfield got a ladder truck from federal surplus, the town of
Do you have
China.
highway stuff too? Do they have?
Yeah, they have.
I could use a 10-wheeler dump truck.
How do we,
Yeah.
how do you like,
You just let me know what you want me to go tell this guy to look for, and I will tell
You
this
want
guy
the
to look.
10-wheeler dump truck?
10-wheeler dump truck.
10-wheeler dump truck. The town of Washington, has been very successful at getting road equipment.
Oh, that's
If you
great.
talk to their road agent, they've gotten a number of surplus rigs, and they've fully upfitted them with plows, and so sometimes they even find them depending on where it was. If it's like an airport rig, then it comes.
Sand and haul
Then,
snow.
then it comes with all the plow equipment on it too. It might be a
That's really
bigger
cool.
road trip to go find it in Montana or something, but.
I'll go. We'll go.
Lots of volunteers.
here it is now.
Yeah, I haven't seen the trailer yet, but, oh yeah,
It's-
yeah, that's
It's
cool.
like brand new in there.
Yeah. Chichester got a command trailer, a fully equipped trailer with workstations and radio
Is it
mast and all that.
abandoned
It's all surplus equipment that the federal government has decided doesn't need to be on their rolls anymore, so
Wow.
they make it available to municipalities.
Yeah.
So,
That's great. We should get Judy to share those pictures with you, Kathy, so that you can insert them into the minutes. Okay.
yeah, so, we just got the email that they found the trailer.
Great.
It has a 13-day like cooling off period that federal agencies can snipe it, but, it was likely that we would be, as long as you guys are good with it,
Okay.
it's likely that it would be approved.
Juice.
Oh, it's. Oh, cool.
And we can,
Is it plugged in? There goes.
See, I just got brighter.
Woo. Sorry.
we can do another form after I've talked to Mike about whatever, or we can add the 10-wheel dump truck onto that form. And then you can,
Wow, that's amazing.
so,
This surplus, what's that cost for us? I'm not following the whole thing.
so
You didn't use
we.
surplus, right?
Yeah, so you get the vehicle or whatever piece of equipment it is, there's two programs. One is that it stays in federal inventory. And it basically goes on loan to us, so we're responsible for maintenance, upkeep. But if something breaks in it, it's the federal government's, so we call them up and say, here, come get your thing, it's broken. Like
So we
fatally
don't
broken.
pay for it for a certain amount of time?
So there's no vehicle acquisition cost or
Ever, for either
Ever.
way.
for either way,
After a year, if we
Or-
don't claim it back,
right?
the
Or
town keeps it.
the other one is that is a federal asset for a year, and then
Okay, it's two ways to do it.
there's two ways that it goes through. So, if it's in that second category, it's a federal asset for a year. And then at the end of the year, they take it off their rolls and it becomes the town's asset.
Okay, I got another question. Say you find a 10-wheel dump truck for them. And you go down and look at it, but you decide you don't want it, do you have to take it?
You don't have to
If
take.
you walk in there and the doors are hanging off and the fact, I mean.
Yeah.
to
Well,
me,
they'll send pictures.
surplus
Well,
is old
fortunately,
stuff that nobody wants.
yeah, well, fortunately, this gentleman who works for the Division of Forest and Lands, his whole job is to get surplus vehicles to municipalities in the state, and he's really, really good at,
But it looks, no.
he's really good at weeding out
Yeah,
The junk.
junk.
like I say, if they set it up and, well, you gotta have it, the cab's half off.
Yeah, no, there's no obligation to necessarily,
Okay.
if you,
Oh,
if
that's
you
good.
find some sort of a deal breaker on it, then you can back out of it. So,
Wow, that's
That's
incredible.
and the only real acquisition cost is staff cost in going and retrieving it.
Retrieving.
The Stuart Stevenson that we are looking at, the Steve thought would be somewhere in Maryland, Pennsylvania, so. You know, a road trip down, they only go 55 miles an hour. So the trip down will be a lot faster than the trip back, but.
Vacation.
The too big a trailer?
You didn't need a tractor trailer truck to trailer it.
I mean, like maybe something
You could have it shipped.
Yeah.
Then you pay them all.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
they
call
would.
it ship.
They're awesome.
Yeah,
Boys sometimes,
just go for a short ride.
Yeah,
short long.
that's what we do with the fire trucks too.
In Maryland, it'd be a day.
What?
And I usually got nothing to do, so I.
All right. So we'll need a signature on that,
So
so.
before we do that though, do we wanna add, so he said we can do a separate application or separate request for the dump
Let's just
truck?
do this.
Or do you wanna just focus on this and then circle back on the dump truck?
Let's circle back on the truck.
Yeah.
Okay.
Let's get him going.
Yeah. That's.
Alright, so I make a motion for Selectman Rand to sign this request for federal equipment, for the enclosed trailer and the Stuart
Stevenson.
Think about this.
And
skid tank.
1078 truck
Can
and
you
one
make a
skid
copy of
unit.
that?
Yeah.
Before you send it off, thank you.
So we have a motion on the floor. We have a second.
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Oh, that's really cool.
We don't have to build another firehouse, do we?
Do you want to take a copy of this?
I have
that new
You
tax
can-
on that.
If you don't mind, I'll go. Well, he's.
Gosh, you guys are twisted. Firehouse.
Watch these fire guys.
If he gets enough stuff, we're gonna need another storage building.
No, that's what my phone's for.
I'll rent you part of my sand shed.
There you go.
Fantastic. Fire department car. In the past, John had used the pickup truck.
Yep.
As the fire department command vehicle, sort of. The disadvantage of that is that it's also the forestry vehicle. Which is really good if it's always with somebody who's always going on every call. It's not so good if it's in Concord at a meeting and a brush fire happens in Woodstock.
Hmm.
So, and there are no, in the Lincoln Woodstock area, Lincoln has a car, you've seen the Lincoln Fire car drive around town.
Yeah,
But it's not set up as a command car. So the command car is basically the mobile office for incident commanders for working an incident. Mobile radios, computers, all the reference material for us to be able to make decisions in mitigating a situation. So currently I'm using my pickup truck as that. It has a command board in it, it has mobile radios, it has all that stuff in it. The problem is that Primex is awful when it comes to personal vehicle involved
Mhm.
collisions, and that they only pay the deductible for the insured. And then you're out your vehicle, it's on your insurance. And so having a town-owned vehicle to park in the middle of I-93 is
yeah.
far more palatable than, I mean, I don't mind parking mine in the middle of 93 for a short period of time, but park somewhere on our horizon. We need to come up with a plan for how we can get a car that's not the forestry truck that we can use as a fire department car.
Does it have to be a car?
SUV,
Or one of the police department.
I was gonna say-
police department cruiser,
But if
so
you have a cruiser that's rotating out, why couldn't it rotate
There.
it down?
Yeah.
Yeah, or over?
We
Yeah,
have a
so that-
Charger right
As
now.
long as it's.
What's that? Is it a
We have a
Charger?
Charger that he could use right now.
yeah, so So those were,
You'd have to drive it every day because the battery goes dead.
Oh, buy a new battery.
It is a new battery.
Buy a new
so the options were using a PD surplus vehicle. There are light federal surplus, we might be able to find one. And there are municipalities like in the Long Island area and Pennsylvania that they issue like fleets of vehicles to all of their chief officers as part of their compensation packages for their volunteer fire chiefs. So they turn over vehicles somewhat regularly, so there's plenty of those available. And then the other option is to buy a brand new one, which I don't think is a good plan. That's not a good plan, so I just wanted to
Yeah, put that out there.
put that on your radar as something that we need to work towards. It's working. I ran the fire up in Lincoln at the Days Inn the other day from my pickup truck, and it worked. And I was parked in a nice safe spot in the parking lot, so I wasn't gonna get hit by anything, so. But
Well, we need to think about that.
moving forward, we need to come up with a.
Would that be something that you would take home?
That would be what I would propose, so that I can just go directly from my house to whatever the incident is and basically have it with me. It'd be basically like bringing my office with me everywhere. Or whoever the chief is,
Right.
bringing their office with them. So,
Okay.
Okay.
thank you.
And that doesn't make sense, so the truck that you folks have right now is you classify that as a Forest Service truck?
Yes.
The retired or the
Yes.
hand-me-down from the highway,
Yes,
okay. And so
They
we
get-
are giving
They're getting my truck this spring.
this
if
spring,
Budgets go through.
could the truck that you have right now
Stay for us.
stay for another year as like a mobile unit?
it
Or
could,
Potentially.
The new one, or it should be the mobile one.
Oh, maybe,
Mike's truck is probably in better shape, right?
yeah,
So that could be the mobile
Yeah.
truck.
So
or do we have a cruiser?
we do, but I think the reason, and I don't know where you left off, but. Like right now, what he's finding is he has whiteboards and stuff that he that he has in the back of his, and. So when they're on scene, he knows they put these boards out and. He knows where everybody is at, and so he's traveling with them, so I think when we were talking, when he
Right.
brought it up to me, he thought that. If he could get one of the Durangos, once it cycled out, it
Yeah.
would give him a spot to store that and travel with it, where he
Yeah.
didn't have that in a pickup.
Or get a tonneau cover.
We could do that, yeah. I mean, that was
Well,
just the
Because
thought.
the Durangos aren't up for what, like,
Like,
how sure-
when's
Another
your
year.
truck?
We have one more year to go.
right, so that's why I was
This
thinking,
spring.
if, to get him out of his vehicle
miles
where
are-
Primex doesn't really
How many
cover
miles
him,
on that?
We have
does it make sense?
Somewhere around 60.
a month.
His truck,
What miles, his truck has 60,000 miles on it, he's getting a new one this spring. Why wouldn't that make a nice mobile command center and get a tonneau cover for it to fit all that stuff in it?
Yeah.
Keep the old truck as a Forest Service truck, forestry truck.
do you wanna bring that back to the team, the department,
See
and
what I
say,
I can,
what are your thoughts on the selectmen are thinking maybe?
That's why I asked,
might
if it had to
be-
be a car, could it be a pickup?
yeah,
Would it be something that,
yeah,
The
but
crew, I think it's a.
And at least for a while,
this
it would
year.
work. For a few years,
Right.
that would work until the Durangos came out.
The Charger's going this year, right? That's what you were gonna take, and then they were gonna trade it in, when they traded in. When the Durango came up, they were gonna take that cruiser back and trade it back in, and
This sounds like a better solution,
I mean, if it works for them,
because that's it's in good shape. I mean,
it is, because that's why we pass it down and then.
All right, just a thought.
We got
It's
some
hot
thoughts out
here.
there, yeah,
so I just wanted to have that as a conversation.
yeah, no,
Um. March 18th, it's a Wednesday night, the
Okay.
second Wednesday. If you guys would like to join us, we're gonna do a joint training. Lincoln, Campton Thornton and us. The location to be determined, but we're doing ice rescue training. So if you guys wanna come. See what goes into that,
What time now?
usually start at 6. So, you guys are Guys are, the door's open you're open anytime you want to stop by, but we want to
Done it
do,
once down at the little pond down by our wells. I don't know if that,
yeah, I don't know,
Not very deep.
I don't know what Kevin's got up
it's
his,
not very deep.
I don't know what Kevin's got up his sleeve, so.
Is it gonna be up this way or is it gonna be, you're not sure
I
yet?
don't know.
Okay.
I don't know yet.
Elbow,
Yeah,
get a snowmobile in.
yeah.
I assume that this federal program for vehicles has been around a while.
Yes. Yeah, when I was in Canterbury, we had federal surplus stuff that was like Korean War era. Stuff that we used as forestry equipment. So,
That's great.
yeah, so there's been a federal surplus program. Now it's really a technologically advanced one where all this stuff comes up online and this guy's able to put our name on stuff right as it comes available, which is,
He can cherry pick for you.
yes, yeah, that's
Tell him what you want.
That's pretty awesome. And he checks in, like, he's really good at communicating and checks in, he'll check in a couple times during the day with the emails and, hey, do you want a blue one or do you want a pink one? Or do you want a green one? Or, what do you want? Okay. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And then my last little thing was I just wanted to give you what we were sort of working on for priorities and stuff. We're working on assessing the condition of our apparatus and our equipment. That's kind of an ongoing project that we got going on. And we're also working on getting our pump operators and our firefighters retrained in proper pump operations and fire flows and all that sort of stuff. When Chief Mellett was here, apparently that was one of his pet projects that he really was on board with. I didn't have the privilege of ever working with him, but many of our members have worked with him, and so we're working on getting that back up to speed. I've been focusing on communication with partners, both internal and external. I've met with basically all of our area chiefs that border us. And so we've gotten, I've got personal cell phone numbers for everybody, and when we need to communicate, we now have open roads to communication. We just updated our response cards, so our what apparatus comes to what call is pre-designated, so we don't have to make decisions on the fly for who's coming. We pre-designate who brings what. So that's in the process of being updated. That should be active in the next couple days.
Does that go above and beyond the mutual aid people or?
So it builds out alarm assignments. So a first alarm assignment is like the initial call for a structure fire. So there's like a first alarm assignment all the way up through a fifth alarm assignment. When we fill out the fifth alarm assignment, we'll have mutual aid companies here from Newbury, Vermont, Meredith, New Hampshire, and St. Johnsbury, Vermont. So we take mutual aid.
That's a bad one.
We take mutual aid help from all around. And that's all pre-designated.
It's not Campton and Thornton.
No, it's much bigger than that. It doesn't quite get down to capital area companies. But we get all the way down to Tilton Northfield when we're looking for ambulances. I mean, it's pretty robust.
For large events.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's all,
Hopefully you don't have it.
hopefully, although I've certainly had my share of incidents here that for a sleepy little town. Which is what it was billed to me as. It was billed to me as a sleepy little town and 4 hours a week. That was what was billed to me. I don't know, the recruiting poster needs some updating, I think.
Don't think it worked quite well.
And then we're working on reviewing our capital purchase schedule, getting that going. I've reached out to the ISO, which is the Insurance Services Organization, who set fire insurance rates, and trying to figure out what the impact is going to be of the planned obsolescence of engine 2. As it sits now, that's not really in our capital reserves. So I'm trying to figure out whether we're okay without it, or if it would adversely affect our fire insurance ratings and does the adversely affected fire insurance rating make it worth the tax impact of, you know, there's a balance to be had there somewhere, so we're working on that. I found this, which is a really neat resource. It was done in 2007. It is a rural water supply resource analysis that was done off of a grant with Chief Mellon. And it lays out some development of rural water supply locations throughout town, and it actually is it's still a pretty good document, I think. It is basically places where we can make improved access for rural water supply, like dry hydrants and drafting pits and that sort of stuff. So
I was here then, and I don't remember ever. I was here for 3 years when this was done. It never made it into this room, I know that.
When they did that, they basically laid out the whole project to do a dry hydrant at Mirror Lake. We're gonna evaluate our funds in our budget and see if we've got the money for the actual process of doing that, to make it so that we have year-round access to the water in Mirror Lake, which would be advantageous to that end of town. So
Put it right where the dam is, where that little bridge thing is, that'd be quick hook up right off the road.
yeah, so
I think you might have to go across personal property to do that.
Not where the dam is.
Where the dam is, that yellow house that sits right there used to belong to,
Good place, you'd have to run, probably the pipe is either just to the left of it. They must have an easement somehow. That's fine.
well, it's certainly worth
You
looking
in charge of the pond, you
I
got
know
no
it's-
easement from them anyway, the government probably.
The house that backs up to that dam is private property. That was, the Berman's house, Mary Lynn.
I've never seen this.
I'm sorry.
you're all good.
Okay,
And then my last point, I promise it's my last point. I've quintupled the length of a typical meeting that I've been present for, so we're gonna have a bunch of surplus equipment. Not serviceable, but surplus equipment that collectors or less fortunate fire departments than us might be interested in, so we're collecting it all down at the storage unit. And we'll get an inventory of it, and then we'll come have a conversation about
great.
how we wanna dispose of it.
Okay.
But we're building a collection,
Great,
so
good. That's all
So-
great stuff.
that's what I got. Oh, and this is our new mission and vision statement for the department, so.
It's nice to have an update. Thank you. All good things.
Yes.
Don't remember a bit of it.
Yeah, there were times, I probably told the story before, but I was on my way to Pittsburgh,
It's a whole lot different than it was.
and I got stuck in a
That's
parade.
pretty cool. Oh, sorry.
I got stuck in the parade in Lancaster. You know, it was everybody from like Whitefield to Pittsburgh displaying all their equipment. And I saw some stuff going by, everything short of horse-drawn ladder and hose trucks. I mean, some of that stuff was really antique.
If
And
you,
they were depending on that equipment, and I was just, my mouth dropped, and you know, it was in a town like Dalton and all those smaller towns up through there, but we're really in serious need of anything for that point, so anything north
Wanna go to
of
bed?
Whitefield, I think.
Good night.
Snow's rolling in.
right, yeah, I know there are smaller towns that are less fortunate than us, so. As we surplus stuff, you know, that's what we're doing with those.
Federal
That's,
stuff.
well, with the federal stuff and with the stuff that I've been scouring the area for.
Mhm.
I just got a bunch of stuff out of Franklin. I got several $1,000s worth of equipment out of Franklin for $675.
Yeah,
So,
great.
you know, so it's the same It's just
Yeah.
different ages of equipment. It's the same thing. They had a storage shed full of equipment that they needed room in their storage shed, and so their deputy chief went out and made an inventory of it and put it out, and people came by and acquired stuff,
Right.
so. Doesn't have to be new,
No,
just has to work.
right, right.
And then whatever
If it's
code,
just an
whatever
upgrade.
code maybe,
Yeah,
it may fall under the being
Yep.
still workable, like
Yeah.
a ladder and a ladder truck.
That's great.
cool. Can I
Thank you.
do this and I'll send all this that way?
And yeah.
Okay.
That way we have them, and then I just will need is that my copy or your copies?
You can have all of this.
Okay, perfect.
I have an email, so.
Okay, yeah, I would do it while we have them all.
Yeah.
We'll need a motion.
To do what?
He wants you to sign the rec for the knock box that will go into effect after you adopt the ordinance, but it gets the.
I make a motion, we sign the Cheryl signs the note.
Yeah.
We all have to sign the rec for the knockbox.
Yeah.
Sounds good.
So,
All those in favor? Aye.
boy,
Thank you. Let's see. All right, next. We need to approve and sign the renomination to the PRLAC, so the New Hampshire River Management and Protection Program
Yes,
for James Cheesebro.
I
Isn't
make,
there another one?
huh?
Isn't Barbara?
No, Brenda Woodman, but she's not up yet.
Oh, okay.
I make a motion, we approve, we sign the application for cheese to be on the,
pre-lat,
yes.
we call it pre-lat.
Pre-lat.
Yeah.
So motion is to approve and sign the pre-lac renomination for James Cheesebro.
I'll second
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
And just be careful, because she's filled this out for us, so your names are kind of not where they usually are, so
Look for your name and then sign.
yes, please.
And then next, we have to approve and sign the agreement for consulting services for the CCTV scoping services.
This is all paid for by grant, but I make a motion, we sign that, agreement.
Well, we only need one, and usually, right, so I would,
So I'll make the motion to sign the agreement for the CCTV consulting services and have Scott Rice sign on behalf of the board in the town of Woodstock.
and then,
All
and
right,
if you want him to do any documents going forward that we
And,
normally
yeah.
do.
then for Scott to sign any documents going forward. Excellent. And,
Oh, wait, we don't have a second.
Gil seconded.
Oh, sorry, I missed this.
All those in
Thank
favor?
you.
Aye.
Today's date is done.
So up next. Moving right along here. We have a request for a stop payment fee
Works perfect.
reimbursement
You
or
guys are,
fee
thank you, ma'am.
from the Woodstock Firefighters Fund to Union Bank for $30.
So what happened was, just to give you a little history here, we lost the Charlie covers never got their check.
Right.
And because of the way they transfer between the PDIP and stuff, we had to do a stop payment because the money doesn't sit there. So if it ever came through and they mistakenly cashed it,
Right.
so that's what that is. So we chose to pay the $30
Yeah.
to do that.
I make a motion, we.
Issue the stop payment fee.
Second,
All right, all those in favor? Aye. Next up, because of that, the Saber paid for the body covers herself, and so we are now going to issue a refund or payment to Melissa Saber in the Woodstock Fire Fund for those reimbursements to those body covers in the amount of $531.18. That is a motion. Do I have a second?
no,
All right, all those in favor? Aye. Next. I'm just getting a spinning, oh, here we go. The Woodstock Firefighters Fund would like to, provide a $500 donation to, Fred Cook for the house fire. Do I have a motion to issue that check?
I'll make that motion.
Second,
second.
alright, all those in favor? And we also have, we need to accept a gift of $407.80 from money that was found, in the chief's office to the previously established pursuant to RSA 31:95-B. So, to the Woodstock Firefighter Fund, that was a motion.
Second.
Okay, all those in favor? Aye.
That was a whole lot coming out.
I was,
Woo.
alright, and then under old and other business
But we have
problems.
one more.
Oh, we do, oh, yeah, that's right, no,
No, we have one more.
yeah, let me go back to my
Oop.
agenda. Oh, we have to accept, I make a motion to accept the donation in the amount of $150 from Steve Martin to the Woodstock Firefighter Fund. Do I have a second?
Yeah,
Okay, all those in favor?
uh,
Aye, alright,
I would get, okay.
great.
You don't have fun.
Next up. We have, under other business. The salt and sand shed.
Yes, it's become, Mike wanted me to share this with, well, I didn't know this would be here, but. So. But our design,
It's on the
Oh,
brochure.
it's on everywhere. People are coming from all over to look at it. They're doing it.
Excellent.
That Mike's getting calls all the time. But this is what the mailing that went out. They said they were gonna use it.
Nice.
That's
It's very,
great.
very
That's good
popular.
shot. Yeah.
And we are the big picture.
Yes.
Yeah,
It's
this is
just,
the
We
little
must have
thumbnail,
paid too
it's
much
great.
for it.
right?
Oh, no, I'm just doing it.
Great, give
But
them a little
anyway.
taste.
It's become a very popular design.
That's, yeah,
They're telling us, and so they asked if they could use it.
great. Kudos.
Motion to adjourn.
No, we
No.
have to allow some public participation on agenda items first. Is there anything else to come before us this evening? Scott's getting a little antsy.
No, I am.
Yes.
I think I have something that, I think we should recognize
Oh, right, good idea.
that we lost one of our employees.
Yes. That's a good.
You will.
Well, Jerry Boyle was a great help to Mike and he loved his job here and I think everybody loves him on the department. And we had a long battle with this cancer, went to hospice last week. And just 2 or 3 days ago, he passed away, so. We'd like to honor him tonight, for sure.
Right.
So, if they have nothing else, I do have a card for you guys, and they did that, and with Steve, and we'll get it when we're done.
I'll just give a motion to adjourn at 5:53 PM.
I'll make that motion.
Okay,
So-
so, alright, all those in favor?
that's not the same card that was in the back office, so.
No, I